So here's your problem. You've been sculpting for a while. You've made your eyes, you've sculpted on the face, whatever you've done. And as you come up here to sculpt on the head, you realize it's doing weird things. It's sculpting artifacts. It's hard to work with. The reason for this is due to your topology. In this example, my topology are all triangles because I used a cylinder as a base. And the problem with triangles is that they don't subdivide like squares will. And that's going to cause problems for you when you try to work with them. A topology that you would want is a topology without triangles, a topology that is all squares like this. As you can see, you can sculpt and subdivide just fine without any triangles. So your first thought may be, okay, I'm going to redo my topology by using this tool under geometry called Zbrush. So let's try that. As you can see, what Zbrush does is it redoes your topology pretty much. And as you can see, it got rid of those triangles we had, and now we have these nice quads. Now you can sculpt just fine without any triangles blocking you. However, by using Zbrush, we did lose out on quite amounts of detail, and that does suck. What we want is to have good topology while also retaining all that detail that we had before. And the way we are going to do this is by using this tool under the subtool palette, this tool called Project. And what Project does is it takes the detail from one subtool to another. So the first step is to duplicate your model with bad topology. Your second step will be to Zbrush it and redo its topology. And now your third step is to project the detail from this model to this model as we subdivide it. So make sure that they are both visible by this eye here, and hit project all subtools. And make sure only these two, only the subtool you want to take the detail from is visible, and the subtool that you are using. So so only these two subtools should be visible. And as you can see, it's projected the detail from this subtool to this one. And that's completely changed the topology while also retains the detail. As you can see, the topology is now all squares, and it works just fine. Another example you may come across while you are sculpting is combining multiple subtools. And this is something you'll do a lot. As you're sculpting, you're going to have your ears and your neck as different subtools. Very often, it's a common practice to, say, start with a sphere for your head, and as you're sculpting on the sphere, you'll add more spheres for your ears, and maybe a cylinder for your neck. That way you can work on these shapes individually, while also not having to worry about affecting the other parts of the body. However, when you're finished, you're still going to be stuck with different shapes that do not share the same topology. And the way to fix this is, first of all, make sure you merge all your subtools together, is by using this tool called Merge under the subtool palette. Merge down. Make sure you have your subtool above it selected, and click Merge down. Now the ears and the head are connected. And once you have all your subtools in one subtool, you can go down to Geometry, Dynamesh everything together. Actually, we could do that with a bit better resolution. Dynamesh this, and Zbrush it to get better topology. Of course, this is going to, as we saw before, remove a lot of the detail that we had before. So let's do the same thing we did last time. Duplicate, Dynamesh in order to join everything together, and now Zbrush in order to get better topology. The reason we don't use Dynamesh's topology is because Dynamesh topology is kind of bad. It's not great. It's all grid and triangles, and it doesn't subdivide well, and it's just pretty bad to use dynamic topology. Personally, I had symmetry on by default by accident. There we go. What happened there was if you have your symmetry on and you use ZRemesher, it will both redo your topology and symmetrize it, which looked pretty disgusting. It just wasn't what we need right now. So once again, we lost out on a lot of that detail, but our topology is joined and it's nice and pretty. So we're going to do just like before. We're going to make sure only our two subtools are visible, and we are going to use our project in order to take the detail. Nice. We're going to go up another subdivision level. Control plus D is the hotkey for going up another subdivision level, or you can just click divide here. We'll go up another subdivision level and project again. The more polygons you have, the better your project will be. Also more difficult it would be. Ooh, that was weird. And see, now you have good topology and everything is nice and joined topologically, topology-wise, everything is joined together, and you can keep on sculpting. And you have nice, it's just nice in general. As compared to before, when the topology wasn't joined together, you can see it doesn't work well because they're not the same. They don't have the same topology. But here, it's all fixed, just like that.